Biden and Harris really helped kind of build us back up.
So you reckon Biden and Harris did a better job on the economy than Trump did?
Oh, easily.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very different. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah. I think they're just stable. I think we need a stable person in the White House, and I think that's kind of what they offer in comparison to Trump.
So you reckon Joe Biden is stable?
Yeah.
I'm Yemini for Rebel News in New Mexico, specifically in the city of Las Cruces. We're here to find out what the average American thinks in a state that up until 2004 was a swing state, but has steadily moved towards the Democrats. Kamala Harris was way up in the polls. She's dropped a few points, but still ahead. This is our 7th stop on the tour across the country at rvacrossamerica.com. Check out all our videos there, and if you support our mission in hearing from the average American what they really think, make sure to support what we're doing to help us cover the costs of the RV parks, the food, the travel, the flights, everything. rvacrossamerica.com.
I want something better for the people. I don't want the same bullshit being carried on.
Who do you think is going to win?
I think Trump.
Oh, the Democrats.
Are they going to win?
I believe very much.
I kind of want Trump to win, but it's only because I've been hearing so many bad things lately on social media.
About Harris?
Yeah.
This may sound like a shock, but it looks like former President Trump.
I definitely support Harris over Trump.
It's time for this country to realize it's not all male. It's females too.
I've been a registered Democrat since the 90s. I understand some of the things conservatives, think.
You're voting for Harris?
You're damn right.
And that's because you want a female to have a voice?
Yes.
It's not that I went right, it's just the Democrats that I followed went so far left. I'm still a Democrat.
But you're not happy with Biden
I'm
Harris?
not happy with Biden or Harris or Obama. None of them. I feel like I've survived Trump. I can survive him again. I just don't know that much about Harris, and I don't think she's gonna. Things will just go on as usual. I don't think she'll stop the wars.
What do you like that she's done in the last 4 years?
I really like the economic recovery over the last 4 years after the Trump era. I think we were in a really bad spot, and I think Biden and Harris really helped kind of build us back up.
So you reckon Biden and Harris did a better job on the economy than Trump did?
Oh, easily.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very different. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah.
It feels like there's momentum for Trump. And Kamala has had a lot of really cringeworthy and just frankly bizarre interactions with the media.
Just before we get back into the video that I'm sure you're loving, but if you can believe it, gets better, I have a quick message for our US viewers from one of our sponsors who are making this possible. Kamala Harris, the Liberal California politician, the furthest left major party candidate America has ever seen, could become the next president of the United States. This should frighten you to your core. She supported open borders, she's failed you as the current border czar, and she even helped raise money to get criminals out of jail. This could be a disaster, not only for your safety, but also the economy at large. Have you seen her new tax plan? It could be the nail in the coffin for the country. That's why you have to stop what you're doing right now and reach out to the top-rated precious metal company, Goldco. Goldco has over 6,000 five-star reviews, a bunch of awards, and has helped people just like you purchase over $2.5 billion in gold and silver. Visit rebelnewsforgold.com to get your free 20 to 25 gold and silver kit, plus up to a 10% instant match on bonus silver for qualified accounts. Visit rebelnewsforgold.com. That's rebelnewsforgold.com just after you finish watching this video.
She refused to admit that there were more people coming over the border. That was 60 Minutes, right? He kept saying basically 4 times as many people were coming over the border with her.
Millions and millions of people coming in, and they don't know what to do with them. They just pass it on down the line.
What do you think they should do with them?
Well, rectify the problem. Either deal with the governments where they had them, or deal with them.
She doesn't want to admit the facts of her own administration. Now, why is that? Because they're very bad. They're bad, they're terrible facts, and because she's part of it, then she becomes a bad person by association.
Do you think that they should be sending back illegal?
Well, yeah. Yeah, and then make sure that the government takes care of them.
I think she's done a lot of great things, okay?
Like what?
She did bridge the gap for a lot of people. She brought a lot of people together. She brought forward a lot of things. She's got energy.
Most of the people on the reservations are Harris, but most of the small towns are Trump, so.
Biden Harris, look, I do agree with a lot of things that they say, right? I do agree, like, with how what the chair of the FCC, they're kind of going after these big corporations, right? I don't agree, like, that we have somebody who's senile and maybe has Alzheimer's. I don't know, Parkinson's.
It doesn't look like she wants to stop the war. Even if she couldn't, she could say that she's against them.
I think they're just stable. I think we need a stable person in the White House, and I think that's kind of what they offer in comparison to Trump.
So you reckon Joe Biden is stable?
Yeah.
You haven't even heard from the man. They keep him locked away until he has to do something, which is really, really bad.
Did you vote for him?
I did. Yeah.
Disappointed?
Not disappointed. Is more in lines of I couldn't do another 4 years of Trump.
I was glad that she stepped up and that it worked out, that Biden stepped down, because I think that is probably best for the country, but I would have voted for Biden. But there's more energy around Harris, and I think she's a better candidate, but I think Biden has done a lot for particularly labor.
I think also people are sick of people getting lied to for the last 4 years with COVID, right? With Biden's mental health, they're sick of Fauci just constantly lying to people. I still see people masked up, double masked up and stuff like that. What are you guys doing?
Definitely see him less in the news than Trump was, which I like.
You see Biden less in the news and you're happy with that? Why do you think you see him less in the news now?
Because he's not a troublemaker.
Why do you think the state is moving towards the left?
I don't know if it's moving towards the left now because there's been so much failure, but I mean, I think it's this default mentality that people that are raised in a Democratic family tend to grow up to be Democrats, but they don't understand. People don't even understand the basics of Marxism, which is a rich person steals from a poor person, he gets more rich.
Harris better win or we're not going to have a democracy.
But there's been 4 years of Trump. There still was a democracy at the end of it. So is it, like, I know a lot of people say that to me. Is it really true? Do you really believe that? Or are you just worried?
He says, and he doesn't, he's a dictator. He doesn't believe in the courts, the separation of power. He believes he's not accountable to anyone. So I believe what he says, and the sort of neo-fascist movement that he represents, they don't believe in people running their own affairs. They believe that, certain elite rich people are better and white men are better at ruling the country. So
My body is my body, okay? How would a man feel if we told him about his dick, his penis, okay? You wouldn't like it. Nobody would like it. But as a female, we get told about our reproductive rights.
What's the thing that he says that you believe that you reckon is a threat to the democracy?
oh my gosh, he doesn't value the votes of the people. He doesn't care. He tried to overtake the government, so.
For half the things that they've done, none of them went to jail. If any of us did it, we would have been underneath the jail.
Trump was very flagrantly violating multiple laws. They were both investigated, and Biden said, let me cooperate, or I accept responsibility, and what happened, happened. Whereas Trump, I have the right to these files, and kept them and refused to cooperate. So that's just a different way of acting in the world.
They've definitely gone after Trump, are they, in the last 4 years, have they not, the judiciary?
I don't think they really went after Trump, because if you think about it, I believe very much he's one of the elite, okay? And he hasn't been touched. Half the stuff, that documents that he's stolen, if you and I had just one of those papers, we would have already been underneath the jail.
What about Joe Biden, who they also found the documents in his garage?
Anyone who had documents and stuff like that, and they know, and I'm not talking about they gave it back.
Yeah.
If they gave it back and it was honest, and they did an honest investigation, different story.
Biden had a very similar thing, and then they just dropped it because they said he was too, I guess, not aware enough to be able to stand trial.
He cooperated with the investigation and got a fine, whereas Trump refused to cooperate with the investigation. So that's a different
I'll check it, but I'm pretty sure what happened was they ended up saying they're not pursuing it because of his mental state. It does seem like the judicial system was politicized, like so many institutions in America.
If you look at Texas, if you look at Colorado, if you look at Utah, Arizona, they're all really very successful states, and we're kind of sopping up the oil revenue. And other than that, this is an underperforming state.
And do you think that has anything to do with politics, or?
Of course it does. Leftism carries with it this idea that there's going to be a father or a mother to bring in all of these people that are not quite making it, and there's not enough funds in a state like this.
Did you see Trump working in McDonald's yesterday?
Yeah, I saw.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. It just don't feel good. You know, it doesn't. He just portraying. That like he's working there, but he's not working there.
But to be honest, let's be honest. He's probably done more hours than Harris has ever actually done in McDonald's.
Yeah.
So she's also.
See, there you go. See, look what you're saying. Look what you're saying.
You don't agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But we need the stability. We don't need a troublemaker in the White House.
All right. What do you think about Trump supporters?
They're fine.
They're fine. You don't. All right. Take care. There's no one left on the street, so we're going to just ask you, what do you think?
No Anglo, senor.
If you enjoyed hearing from the average person here in New Mexico, make sure to like, comment, but as usual, most importantly, share it far and wide, and then head over to Avi Across America and help us get to the next stop, all the way to Miami, aviacrossamerica.com. We cannot do it without you. We've got the RV, we've got to pay for the RV parks, the food, the flights, everything. We've got small sponsors that are helping us out, but we need your help to get the job done. aviacrossamerica.com. Done.